Hi everybody, my name's Michelle and this is my channel Sewing Bunny, and thank you for joining me in my video today, which is sharing with you all about how I got on at the Stitch Festival. So if you're unfamiliar with the Stitch Festival, it is a show that is based in London at the Business Design Centre in Islington. So I can get into London, probably takes me about an hour, just over an hour to get into London. So I managed to travel up by train. And I had a lovely time. So I wanted to share with you what I got up to and, of course, all the things that I bought. So before obviously making plans and everything to go to the Stitch Festival, I was chatting with my lovely friend Katie, who's Whatever Katie Sews over on Instagram. And we were saying it'd be really nice to go to the Stitch Festival together because we went for the first time last year. It's the first time we met in real life and we've become great friends ever since. And we also met up with a few other people as well. So we actually went along with, in total, we had Adele from Sew for Serenity, we had Stacey from Notions of a Dressmaker, and we had Claire from Stitch Hem Sew. So I'm sure you probably have heard a lot of those names. So we had like our little group and it was just so nice. It was just like we'd just known each other like forever. I mean, I'd met Adele at the Dressmakers Ball last year for the first time, and and this time it was the first time me meeting Claire and Stacey, and we all just got on like a house on fire. It was absolutely brilliant. It was just, we were laughing, smiling, just such a brilliant day. And just going around the Stitch Festival as well, we just met so many people that I've known before, and of course new faces as well. I mean, there's far too many people to list. There's just so many people, but you may recognise some faces from some of the pictures that I'll be inserting. So what I thought I would do is I'll just kind of insert like a little sort of like video, I guess, of just how the day went. So we arrived at the Stitch Festival, got in the queue, and then we started doing a little bit of shopping, bumping into people. There was a catwalk going on as well, which is great. So I got some footage of quite a few of the catwalk bits there. I think we just missed the last part of the catwalk, which was, I think, Tilly and the Buttons, because I think we were speaking to like some other people, so I kind of missed recording that bit. We then afterwards we actually stayed for the whole time. So we got there about sort of 10 o'clock when it kind of opened, and we left at about 5 o'clock. So we were there all day. It was such a great day. My feet absolutely killed today because it was yesterday that we went. And then after we went to the show, we all decided to go to a pub just down the road and have a couple of drinks and some dinner before everyone had to obviously get their trains back and everything. So I will insert that little video now so you can kind of see what we got up to. So that was everything that we got up to at the Stitch Festival. I hope you enjoyed seeing that little bit. So I guess I should share with you what I bought when I went round, did all my shopping. I think I was quite good. I bought 4 fabrics, 3 patterns, a cross-stitch kit and some labels and some bias binding. So I think actually I've done pretty well. It all just about fit in my rucksack, which was great. And sorry, I didn't tell you actually what I was wearing in case anyone is interested. This is the Mandy boat tee by Tessuti, and I'm wearing some of my new earrings, which I got from Sapphire Frills, part of her little spring collection. And then if you're wondering what I was wearing in the video, I was actually all dressed in Tilly and the Buttons. So I was wearing a Tilly and the Buttons Freya, and I was wearing the Tilly and the Buttons Saphir dungarees as well. And if you wanted to know, I was wearing some big orange and pink earrings. They were from Ethel and Joan. And I did manage to catch up with the lovely Louise from Ethel and Joan, and yeah, I told her how much I loved the earrings. But yeah, those makes that I did, those Tilly and the Buttons patterns, they were I literally just made them this month, so I will share them with you in my makes video for a little bit more of a close-up on those. So on to what I bought. So where should I start? Let's start off with patterns, because actually my first purchase was a pattern. And I bought the new Tilly and the Buttons pattern, which is the Mabel. This, when I first saw it, I was just like, this looks like such an interesting dress, and it was on my list to purchase when I went to the Stitch Festival, because Tilly said that she had the paper patterns there, and I'm not sure kind of if it was like 100% fully released by the time we sort of bought it. I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, she had it at the Stitch Festival, and I just had to pick it up because some of the details on this are so pretty. Tilly was actually wearing this dress on the stall, and it just looked so pretty on her that I was like, yeah, that has absolutely secured it for me. I want to make this dress. So it comes in a few sort of like options. So you can make it into a little top here, or you can make it into a longer line dress. And if I turn it around so you can actually see the line drawings, you'll kind of see what I mean about the detail. So if I turn it around here, you can see it's got this lovely neckline, this lovely sort of like shoulder, sort of like elastic at the top. And it's got shirring all at the waist and on the sleeves. And I just thought that was so pretty. I haven't actually done shirring yet, and it is something that I really would like to do. And I think that was another thing that really drew me to this pattern, is because I haven't done it before. I know how good Tilly's instructions are, and so I kind of feel like I'm in good hands with this pattern. And yeah, I just thought I can't wait to make it. So the version that I probably was most drawn to was probably the version actually I think that Tilly was wearing on the stall, which is actually sort of like a mixture of these two. It's actually like this version on the back here, so it's like the shorter sleeve one, and she was actually wearing, I'm not sure if it was actually necessarily almost that exact same fabric, I can't remember, but it was a lovely dress, and I just think that version is the one that I would love to make. So that was my first purchase. Sticking with patterns, so the next pattern that I bought was the Michelle Sews Efi shirt dress. So first of all, obviously, when I saw that it said Michelle Sews, I was instantly drawn in, because obviously my name's Michelle. And I was having a look just at some of like her fabrics, and I noticed this pattern, and I thought this looks really interesting. And the lovely Michelle came over and actually said, well, we've got samples of it on the rail. So I had a look, and she had 2 versions which were absolutely beautiful. One of them especially was made up in a linen, and it looked so nice. It was in like a, I think it was like a sort of pale pink linen, and it just looked lovely. And I love the details of this because it is so simple. If I turn it around so you can see the line drawing, I probably wouldn't do the pockets on the front. I'm not sure if that's 100% me, but just this plain version with the little waist tie, I just think is just so nice. The shape of it looks lovely. It's got bust darts in, it's got a full collar, and I just think that would be so wearable. It's also got like a concealed button placket as well, and I haven't actually done that before as well, so I kind of thought that would be a really nice one to again just learn like a few more skills and things. And yeah, I just think this one will be one that I will wear a lot of, because it's not like too sort of fancy sort of shirt dress. It just feels really casual. And yes, that one that I saw in the linen, I just have to make this in a linen for summer. It would just be so wearable for work. So I'd probably maybe make it in maybe like a sort of maybe like a navy linen or something like that. Maybe even like a sort of khaki sort of colour would be really nice. But I love the length of it as well. It's just the length I like, which is just below the knee. So yeah, can't wait to make that one. And then the last pattern that I picked up was from Dovetailed. Now, I'd seen this pattern first on the catwalk of the show. Alice, who you may know from the Polka Dot Palace, was modelling it, but she'd kind of done like a sort of hacked version of it. And I thought when I saw her wearing it, I was like, that is a beautiful dress, absolutely gorgeous. And when I went to the Dovetailed stall, I saw Aduku wearing this pattern, and also it was on her mannequin, and it was beautiful. Stacey, who I was with, she just immediately was like, yep, I need to buy that pattern. Adele saw it as well and she wanted to buy it. And then I was like, oh, I really want this dress now, because I was like, I feel like I'm missing out, because it was just so, so pretty. It's not the style that I would usually go for, but when I saw it close up, it was just beautiful. And seeing Alice's version of it being slightly hacked, it was just, I just really wanted to get it. And I was like, totally like, I was like, no, I'll maybe wait until I see maybe a few more made up. And then I was like, no, I'm going to get it. So I'm so glad I did, because I'm so excited to make this pattern. It is the Camille dress. It's so, so pretty. So if I bring it up here, you can see it's got these lovely puffy sleeves. You could do it in a shorter length or a longer length. And I'm not sure if you can kind of see from here, but it's got this high sort of stand up like sort of neck. And when you have a look at the, like when it was on the mannequin, you can kind of see it has like seams, like sort of darts, sort of going down from the neck to kind of form like the sort of like the bust area. It looks so, so pretty. There aren't line drawings on the back. I haven't opened it yet. There are probably sort of things in there, but I don't want to open it yet until I want to play with it. But yeah, I just thought that was so, so pretty. I mean, in an African wax print, it would be beautiful, but also at the same time, I thought, because maybe these big sort of sleeves, I wasn't maybe 100% if I wanted them that sort of like poofy. So I probably wouldn't necessarily make it in a cotton. I might want to make it in something maybe a little bit more slightly drapey, maybe something like a chambray, or even like a viscose, maybe cotton lawn as well, because then it wouldn't be as structured. But it just looks so pretty. But I had to get it. So yes, really, really excited about that one. I can't wait to make that. And then next up, I picked up a cross stitch kit. So I love cross stitch. I quite often do cross stitch cards and like sort of little projects. I'm not a massive fan of doing like big projects on cross stitch, just because of the amount of time it takes, but I do like sort of projects that I can maybe over the course of maybe like a month or you know a few weeks or something, just kind of you know sit in front of the TV and do a little cross stitch. And I saw this one from it's Sophie Crafts, and it's this. It's so cute. So it's two little squirrels and it says nuts about you. It's so cute. She had another one which was like had otters on it as well, which I was quite tempted to get, but this one was just so sweet, and I thought this one would just be really nice to make up and actually hang somewhere in the house because it is so cute. So yeah, it comes with everything that you need in there. So it comes with the cross stitch chart, a little guide, 14 count Aida, the embroidery needle and the cotton, and it also includes the hoop as well. So yes, so, so cute. I can't wait to make that and hang that up in the house because, yeah, those little squirrels. I mean, on here, I mean, when you actually see it made up, it's so, so sweet. So yeah, I had to pick that up. There was one company that I did have on my list to go and visit, and that was the Specky Seamstress. I really wanted to visit this stall of theirs because I think it's the first time that they had been to a show. And if you've watched my channel, you'll know how much I love the bias binding from the Specky Seamstress. I love the bias binding. I've got so many things that I've made that bias binding out of because I hate making my own bias binding. So I wanted to go and have a look because I knew that they had some new designs out and they also had some labels. So I had my eye on what I wanted to get. So as soon as I saw their little stall, I was like, yes, I have to go and pick some bits up. So I first off picked up some more bias binding. They were doing like 2-meter packs, which for me is quite good because that kind of does like a neckline and armholes quite nicely. So the first one that I picked up was this one. So sorry if there's any reflection. So it is a black bias binding with these hearts and like sort of little measures there, like a sort of like a tape measure. And I've got this in the cream version, which I actually added to a dress that I wore for my wedding. It was my like sort of going away dress, and I put it as the hem. And I just thought, I saw this one in the black and I thought this would go with so many things, like anything that I make in black, this would be absolutely perfect for. So I picked up one of those. And then the other one that I had to get, this was again one of their new designs. This was one with lots of tea on it. I mean, I have to, I love my tea. So I thought this one again would be really nice. It's got lots of colours that you can pick out with, and being on this cream background, then it's really nice and neutral. So I picked that one up as well. And as I mentioned, they were branching out into labels as well. So I picked up, and what I really liked actually about these is that the packs, you could get different types of sort of like the styles of labels, like, you know, like just the plain sort of rectangular ones or the folded ones. You'll see what I mean. And they did like mix packs. So again, sorry for any reflection, but you can see like these sort of folded ones and these flat ones. I don't know what's best to, but it says on there, stitched with love. And I really liked the fact that they were a multi-pack. She did have them where they were just the plain straight ones or just the folded ones, but I loved the fact that they could have a little mixed pack, because certain garments, you know, when you make them, like sometimes these labels are better than these and vice versa. So having that little mixed pack was perfect. And I also picked up these ones as well, which is sewing is my superpower. Because yeah, I love those. That's really, really fun. So I picked up those as well. And then on the subject of labels, I had to stop off to see the lovely Victoria from Little Rosy Cheeks. I see her at every like show that I go to. I always try and make you know, a beeline for her stall to say hello because she's such a lovely lady, and I love her labels. They are probably my favourite labels. They're great quality. I've probably got most of the designs, but she did have a couple which I hadn't had before, so I thought I'll pick up some of those. So first off, I actually bought another pack because I do have these, and I've only got, I think, one left, and they are ones that I use quite often. This is Creativity Never Goes Out of Style, and you can see they're black and grey with this gold writing. Again, they just go so well with anything. If I make anything in like a dark fabric, black fabric, then these ones work so nicely. And I was actually wearing this particular label on the dungarees that I'd made, obviously like on the inside at the back. But yeah, I think I only had one left, and I was like going, oh, I need to get more. So I managed to pick myself up one of those. And then these two are new to me designs. I picked up this one here, which is Made with Love. And I liked it because you had like a little blue heart and a little pink heart, and they would just go so well with anything. And I quite liked the Made with Love, because if I make things like maybe for my mum or something like that, then having that in there, then I think that would be really, really sweet. And then the last ones I picked up was Dream It, Want It, Go For It. And I think I do quite often say just like go for it, just is kind of something I do say quite a lot. So yeah, I do like these, and I love the colours of them, and they are the little folded labels, and it's got orange in, you can tell I love orange. So I loved the colours in those, they were just so fun. And I love Victoria's new packaging. It's really fun, really colourful. So yeah, that's lovely. So I did have to get those. Okay, so now we're on to fabric. I was very good. I only bought 4 fabrics. I could have bought so much more. But as a lot of you may know, I've been doing like a little sewing room sort out, so I don't want to go overboard, but I have got enough room for these fabrics in my sort of storage. So the first one I picked up was from M. Rosenberg and Son, or Stitch Fabrics, as some of you may know them. And I saw this and I just fell in love with it instantly. And again, this was a bit of an impulse. I just literally saw it and was like, yeah, I'll have 1.5 meters of that, please. And it was this. It is a crepe. It's a really nice lightweight crepe. And it was only something like £6 a metre. And it's this cream background with these lovely pansies on. They're orange and blue. I mean, I know I go on about it a lot, but I love orange and blue as a combination. I just love it. It was my sort of wedding sort of like colours, because orange is mine and Stuart's, my husband's favourite colour. I just love the blue. And I just thought this was such a nice fabric. It's a crepe, so I don't want to make anything too close fitting because obviously it's polyester. And it does have that sort of crinkle sort of texture. Can you see there? It's got a nice texture to it, but it does feel really nice and soft. It doesn't feel like, you know, like some crepes when they feel a bit sort of cheap. It doesn't kind of feel like that. It feels really nice and buttery soft. So I thought this would make a lovely blouse to wear. So I got 1.5 meters because then I thought that gives me a little bit of wiggle room in depending what blouse pattern I want to make. But just something really plain and simple, I think, for this one, just to show off that lovely, lovely floral detail. So that was the first one I got. And then I did have on my wish list, I was saying to the girls, I must go to Fabric Godmother because they've got some new fabrics out, and I had my eye on one in particular. And as soon as I saw it and felt it, I was like, yes, I have to get this. It wasn't the cheapest of fabrics, so I did only get a metre of it. And it is an Ecovero crepe. I mean, if you were to touch this fabric, I mean, it doesn't feel in any way like a crepe. Like if I was to, you know, if you could feel it, you would be, you know, almost convinced it was a viscose. It's so soft. And I'm just opening it out for you so you can see it. It is this one. It's so fun and so colourful. I mean, yeah, I absolutely love it. I love like the pastel colours of it. And I just got a metre because I'm thinking of making either, I probably will make the Grainline Studios Scout tee, because that would just be a really nice sort of boxy t-shirt, or I could make an Ogden cami or some sort of cami top for the summer. But yeah, I think maybe the Scout tee would be a really nice one for this. And this was £19 a metre. And if I bring it up closer, you'll see that it's got lots of little crosses on. And as you probably know, I really enjoy doing cross stitch. So I just felt like I had to get this one because, yeah, it just really like pulled at my heartstrings. I was like, yes, I love cross stitch. I want to combine my two hobbies of cross stitch and dressmaking. So yeah, I just had to get that one. And yeah, as I say, I love the colours. Again, it's got the oranges in there that I love. So yeah, I just thought, yeah, do you know what? I'll spoil myself. I'll get myself a metre of it just to make myself a nice little top for the summer. And then next up, I picked up some fabric from Little Miss So-and-so. And I saw this because Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, she just bought a fabric. I think we kind of at some points kind of, you know, like lost sort of each other when we were sort of going around. And she came back and she was saying, oh, I've just picked up a fabric. And she showed me and I was like, wow, that's beautiful. And she said that she got it from the Little Miss So-and-so stall. And I was like, oh, that's so pretty. I'll have to check that out. And when we got to the stall, I saw it and I was like, oh, I think I'm going to have to copy you and get some because it was so pretty. And it was also slightly discounted as well. It was £7 a metre and it's a beautiful quality viscose. Again, you may see a theme going on here, but it is this one. So it's floral with, again, oranges and blues in there. Oh, I love a floral print anyway. And it's such a beautiful quality. And I picked up 3 meters of this fabric because I have a plan in mind, and my plan is to make the Mabel dress from it, because I was so inspired when I saw Tilly wearing hers, which was, as I say, similar to the one on the back there with the dark fabric with the floral. And I just thought this one would be perfect. So I got 3 meters, which should be enough for me to make the version that I want. And as I say, it's a lovely, lovely quality. And yeah, it'd be absolutely perfect for summer. So yes, I'm so excited that I have my little project going on there. I've got some shirring elastic and everything. So I'm more or less ready to get going with that. So I probably won't make it, you know, kind of in my next sort of plans thing. I think I'm going to wait a little bit, maybe until maybe like the following month or something, but that will be a plan very, very soon, because yeah, I'm so excited to make that dress up. And the last fabric was, again, it was a little bit of an impulse buy. So it was towards the end of the day. It was probably, yeah, about sort of 4:45, and we were kind of just going around like the last sort of stalls as there, you know, things were like packing up almost. And we went to the shop called Dots and Stripes. Now, I'd been there earlier on in the morning and I'd, you know, had a look at some of the fabrics and they were really, really nice. But I quite often find when you go to these shows, when you first go around, you kind of spot, you know, certain fabrics. But then after people have been pulling, you know, fabrics out, putting them back, they kind of shuffle around a bit. So I didn't see this one the first time round. And I pulled it out on the bolt, and again, Claire from Stitch Hem Sew just went, oh yes, that's you. And I was like, oh, it is a very, very pretty fabric. I did spot another one from the stall, but it was a little bit expensive, and I thought, I don't really need it. But I saw this one and it was £12.99 a metre. And yeah, I had to get it. So I just got a metre of it because it's a jersey, so it would just make a lovely t-shirt. And it is this one. So it is these like lilies on, oh, it's probably more that way, so lilies on this sort of sagey minty colour background, and I just thought that would make such a lovely little t-shirt. So yeah, I've got a metre of that. It's a really nice soft quality fabric. So yeah, just a nice little t-shirt. Don't really know necessarily what t-shirt pattern, quite a lot of them, but I'll pick one out and that'll just be just a lovely t-shirt. I could almost wear this one to work as well, with a nice little navy or black cardigan over the top, or even like a little white cardigan for the summer. It'd be really nice. So that was my fabric that I purchased. Okay, that was everything from the Stitch Festival. So I do have to say again, a massive thank you to the lovely ladies that I kind of went round with as our little group. I had the best time. I think I said on my Instagram, when I posted the pictures up, my face was hurting by the end of the day because of how much we were laughing and smiling. Had such a good time. And every person that we met along the way, we bumped into, everyone is just so, so nice. Thank you so much to anyone who came over and just said, oh, hi Michelle, I watch your channel. Honestly, I know that sometimes it can be a bit daunting, but please, if you ever see me and you just want to approach, please do. I love meeting people. So yeah, thank you so much to everybody that came over and said hello. And to all those people that I'd seen on other sort of shows and things, it's just so nice when you go up to one of the like the stalls, and you know, like the people like recognise you like from previous years and things, and it was just so lovely. So if you are nervous about going to any of these shows, like honestly, like when you go there, every single person on the stalls, they're so friendly, they're so happy to have like a chat with you about sewing or what your projects are. Just such a lovely community. I can't just say how lovely everyone was. And yes, so let me know, did you go to the Stitch Festival? What did you get? Yes, I will leave it there, and I will speak to you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, it would be lovely if you could. Take care. Bye.